hurtling to and fro, the mists, your ever companion. Once again, as you sail through nothingness, the ethereal expanse, the first thing you notice is the cold. Not the same cold you felt in Lemuria, not even during the fiercest winter blizzard that the Doctor created when she closed the borders, but an icy chill that would even make your blood freeze in its veins were you not to keep moving. A chill so deep that you would question how life could even survive in it, as you find yourself slamming hard into ice and snow, surrounded on all sides by evergreen trees that seem to be coated in a thin layer of ice, rocks, and other types of mountainous terrain sprawling out before you, and the snow, just the constant bombardment. You can't even see more than 20 to 30 feet ahead as just a constant downpour of hailstorms the size of golf balls pelting continuously with little flakes of snow bursting out with every single one. You immediately begin to feel yourself freeze. You feel your eyelids begin to have difficulty, your eyelashes, your breath spills out of your mouth with every single outtake, and every intake feels like an entire deep chill works its way down your body. It is cold.
Are we in the morning again?
No.
Good.
I do not recognize this place, so thank goodness we were not thrown back there.
I will extend Amberfang out as far as I can and just blast the light as far as I can go.
You know when you turn your high beams on in a blizzard?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was basically.
I figured that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's just like,
you're not really sure it helped all that much.
Do you have any plan for this? Do you have any ability to stop the snow from pelting so we have a moment to think?
I could give us
So
an angle wall of force or something of the sort.
How about Morton Canaan's
Magnificent
private sanctum?
What spell level is that for? You tap into the 4th level magic and find it does not come to you.
Oh no, not this again.
All right, can I tap into it at 5th level?
Nope.
8th level?
Nope.
All right.
So it's lower. Okay, I'll cast Tensor's floating disc.
Spell level was that?
First. First.
That'll work.
Good. Okay, Tensor's floating disc is temporarily holding snow off. I'm gonna just do this.
There you go. Yeah. You give yourself a little. It's like it's the tin roof effect.
Is the wind blowing from a particular direction?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
All right, then I'll Tensor's disc that direction.
Yeah.
So we make a little L-shaped thing.
Actually, just testing. My wall of force comes from my crossbow, so do items work here?
Do you cast the spell from it, or does it generate
through?
That works fine.
Okay, so I do put up.
Okay, I'm going to use a cantrip now. Create bonfire.
It starts sputtering and sputtering, but it does maintain itself.
Oh, good. So it's something to warm ourselves.
I will have you all take 16 cold damage.
Okay, hold on. I have a spell for this. You'll see Loho just like pulling a rag and it kind of creates a bit of a tent, stretches it, it tears the fabric, and as the fabrics fall, you see it begin to build like a bit of a snow mound. Then I'll cast Lilmud's Tiny Hut.
Yeah, that's a second level, which does work.
Get in. There'll be a flap that'll open. The flap is like a giant flap of the little fabric that he ripped. And I get it back. There's a second level spell, and they're all upcast the 3rd.
So I will say it does protect you from the falling hail and snow and ice, but it does nothing for the cold that seeps into your bones. Oh, does it?
Unless this is an overwrite. Leomund's Tiny Hut. Actually, it's a 3rd level spell, so I have to
Third level spell.
If it's a 3rd level spell, it does not work.
Shit. Fudge dog.
Right, we still got the force wall up right now.
You got two Tensors. Oh, you got a force.
I did a wall of force.
Oh, you did a wall. Okay,
I did a wall of force. I've got it for an item. Okay. So, quick question. Again, Arcana, is this the same effect as Aebrynis?
It is indeed.
No, right.
Okay, just saying. That didn't affect clerics.
Pull up some spare clothes and torches and stuff, and prestidigitation of fire. inside this wall for us so that we get a little bit of warmth in here and we're not taking damage.
Yep.
All right, we've got a little bit of time here to goes up.
I'm going to recover that 16 hit points back.
There was 16 hit points damage?
That's right.
Yeah, I got to take it.
The snow and ice pelts against your walls of forces and your tensor discs. Right? The cold chill still seeps into your bones, but without the wind chill, it's only just incredibly uncomfortable as all your skin is just afire with pain.
One of the tensors just could just be like
out what to do.
a fraction of a centimeter off of the top of the wall, so we have plenty of oxygen, but no wind chill and keeping most of the heat in. So,
Mystara, what are you thinking?
I don't recognize this place at all.
At least, do you? This is your home.
Would you like to make a history check?
Yes.
What happened to Madame Ava? Did she shunt with us?
Yes.
Didn't seem so.
Okay, so she's on the train where she wanted
To be, so yeah.
Oh, my history is a 19.
Okay. I'd say you maybe heard of this place, but not very much. It's what they would call a backwater. It is... No, it is Vorostokov.
Vorostokov.
A land of eternal winter. It is said that very few can survive here, and that the only civilizations eke out barely a living in the forever frigid, icy terrain. There isn't really much known about it. Not many people who come here are able to get out, but it is not a very kind place. And with a 19, I think, and with your information you have gathered, it's a domain that was plucked from an outlander world. And apparently only the chosen few can wield magic above second level here.
So it's probably plucked
From Aebrynis.
Yeah, from Aebrynis. And put here because somebody did something bad.
Axel.
I'm back to looking at something like that.
Elise, do you feel any mists?
That is what I was going to just ask is first of all, do I see the mists anywhere?
Way off in the distance, beyond the trees and the mountains, you can see just kind of a misty border.
But looking around for the closest ones.
Well, so, I mean, this mist is more of a, like, you can kind of sense it.
Yeah.
Because you can't really see past, like, 20 to 30 feet from all the ice and snow.
I do have mist sense.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes. Okay. But that's
You're
where
somewhere in this domain, but you're not near a border.
okay. So one idea, we can teleport and try to get there which Elminster would have to do, or I could upcast it and teleport us next to the mist and then go.
Does that work if we can't see it?
Yes, you just have a less chance of...
Does that work on Aebrynis?
Oh, we can't cast over second level spell.
Right,
I just going to say, I'm like, is this from an item?
we are going to have to just go.
I have plane shift and gate that I can do from my artifact.
Famously do not work in regular.
Okay.
All right.
We must at least travel forward then.
If we, I mean, if not for the day we've had, I would have all kinds of things I could do to help with this temperature, but I gotta say, I'm pretty tapped out.
I've got 3 ever smoking pipes. God, we could fly them. They drift at whatever speed I want them to in a triangle, and we could be between them. You'll smell of pipe smoke when we get where we're going, but you will be noticeably warmer than if
They radiate heat?
Yeah.
How about are they fly through golf ball hailstones?
Mm-hmm.
Well, at the wall of force around them, they do all right. We have up to 10 minutes, so we have about 9 minutes left that we can move it.
Yeah, I could do a couple more charges of that. I haven't been using that.
How far away does this seem to be?
Miles.
So I can buy us 30 minutes of force.
A lit, ever-smoking pipe is shielded from the elements by a small wall of force shaped like a hemisphere above the pipe, which protects it from rain, snow, and strong winds, including magical winds such as those produced by gustupid blah, blah.
I mean, that would protect the artifact. The person holding on to it, I think.
Oh, we're still going to get
They're gonna, yeah, they're. Oh yeah,
It's just giving a little heat is what you're saying.
Yeah.
it'll stop your hand from freezing.
Now, its bearer can use the pipe to cast Dimension Door, Up to 9.
But that says cast, so unfortunately that will not work. If the pipe creates the effect of a dimensional door.
Yeah.
Well, we're wording on cast means the spell is
Yes.
because that's the wording we did. That was how we interpreted the spell item before.
Well, as long as you're floating, I can fly as fast as a warhorse. So
Yeah, I got the card.
I have an option to get a few of us there.
The pike can, when it flies or levitates, carry the bearer and other beings of 1.5 times the bearer's weight who are also touching the bearer. Right? The pike's levitation powers extend to them, so they only have to touch, not cling.
We may have to just trudge through this as quickly as we can. So if we can use the pipes and stuff, we should just traverse.
We can get about a half an hour.
we get half an hour at galloping for speed. Would you?
Let's take a half an hour to at least get making toward the mists.
Fine. And we're looking for mountain passes as we look at.
Do you have any way to resist the cold?
Well, I have food, but
I had some excellent cold weather clothing in my bag of holding.
well, let's feel it's in mine.
Is this like conditional cold? Like, is this an actual statistical condition that's causing issues?
It's cold damage per round.
You sealed your bag of holding unless you're opening it and there. I sealed mine, but I know.
So I will say it is environmental cold, but it is like we're talking age below, so it's maybe like crazy amounts of cold,
Interesting.
like North Pole level, barely.
Antarctica garbage.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's give us some damage. So we gotta. And for miles, how long will we be traveling for?
Just a couple hours.
If we taking damage per round or per minute, or
I would probably put on a Constitution save for 10 minutes, maybe.
Oh, good. That's 10 minutes is the time it takes my regeneration ring to give me back.
You don't always at least be okay.
Yeah. Don't forget that you guys have the glow room advantage on Constitution saves.
right. So we should just trudge it. We can.
And
We get at least half an hour break on the way.
Yeah.
And for whatever it's worth, I can prestidigitation. It was just supposed to warm something for an hour, but of course that won't help.
So the
I can prestidigitate.
Second.
Right, I can prestidigitate too. I'm sure Elminster can.
Yeah, so we can just try to
I can as well. I mean,
Right, so we can at least be
trying to warm the air between us as we go,
Okay.
with all of us.
And so this is a half hour to kind of get you a head start moving through the place before you're going to have to.
Maybe
try to get
we'll
us to-
find some shelter.
Okay.
right.
or to the edge of the mists.
Okay. Traversing through the windswept blizzard for approximately half an hour using your various.
Right. With the wall of force that can be free floating, right? And he can control, and me flying and dragging the levitating people at a speed of 60, which is a dash.
Yeah. So the first half hour is a nice respite if you want to use it first, or unless you'd rather.
I think let's just use it first.
Okay.
I will say that Merrick's has some thoughts while we're walking on the first half.
So then you effectively have a reasonably comfortable half hour of just basically feeling like you're in a walk-in fridge.
Which is better than sitting on
That
the
is reasonably comfortable.
So Merrick's is, of course, concentrating on the wall of force.
Yeah.
Which means he's holding his crossbow. But you can definitely tell that he's, shaken beyond the just being thrown out of the train into a thing. It's clear he's still thinking about the train. And at some point, I think he'd probably address it to you, just as we're walking. We're trudging through, and I think he'd just say, "You think I was going to take it?"
Honestly, no. It was more so my eyes were burning to you on how to stop it from getting in the hands of another. I think you've gone past the phases of greed. You proved yourself worthy when you chose not to take a dearest tear.
Did I tell you how I got here?
Is it because of the blueprints?
I told you, I think, that it was an accident. Something I was working on that put me here. But what I was working on trying to figure out how to tap into the power of the morning. She destroyed the nation of Seer, where that train was fleeing.
You're the one to cause the destruction of your own people.
I didn't cause it. I don't know what caused it. But I'm saying the power was there. It's been destroyed. It's there. And I was thinking, that's power. Could you do something with it? Could you turn it into a weapon? That was the obvious answer.
The Gorgon's breath.
It wasn't the Gorgon's breath, but it might as well have been. And it was because I could. Because the power was there waiting to be used. Because the glory of my house. And then I found myself in Imaria. And I didn't really know why. At the time, I assumed it was an accident. But now, seeing everything we've seen, I think it was because I crossed a line. I've gone too far. And I gotta say, it stings a little. Wasn't even bad enough to be a dreadlord. Just shitty person. I'd like to think I learned from that, from the time spent. Maybe that's why she could get me out. But seeing that again, I want to feel I'm a better person now. I don't know.
I don't think I'd be trapping alongside you. I didn't think you were a good person. I don't think any of us would, especially that elf.
I just hate seeing my cousin and just knowing all those people on that train are trapped there. Because canic privilege,
My entire father and my entire bloodline were arrogant enough to be killed by the Ultherians, wiped out from existence. That's his fate. You have a chance to change yours, and you did, with Elise.
But we left Adam behind.
Well, you know what? We went there, and we got out. And we can do it again. And maybe when this is all over, we got all the cards, and the world and the multiverse is saved, maybe we will. Just don't tell her.
You're on your own for that long.
All right.
We're making a buddy cop movie.
Well, he'll definitely just put a hand around her shoulder, thank you. Just keep me, help keep me on the straight and narrow.
I think you're doing it quite well yourself.
All right. And now we can let loose all of the extra.
It's so cold.
The fistress.
Extra.
Which I've been wearing because I can change its shape. And it flies, so it could bear me along.
So, well, just before you finish that thought, I will point out that, yes, you have been flying. You haven't been able to get above the tree line because as soon as you do, there's the wind and the rain, it gets so bad that there's even with the magical power behind you, there's just no way. So you have to remain beneath the trees under the shelter of whatever kind of amount they can provide against the wind. So you're kind of weaving through trees and kind of going over, and so you're not able to get to a point where you're like, as the crow fly. Oh no, and are still fairly low to the ground.
Just using the end of the staff to produce his flame.
Okay, you're kind of like letting it way through.
And it warms too. It's like a flame to it. Okay, you would use to start fires.
I will say you feel like you're getting a lot closer, but one of the things that also seems to be getting closer, like getting closer and closer, is like the storm is getting worse and worse and worse the further you go, and as the walls of force begin to kind of reach the end of their duration, you're going to have to face the storm. What does that look like? You're just going to drop down and go, or is this more of a you're
Can a blind teleport to the edge of where you can sense it?
I have a quick question. Just tied to that. I'm just going to actually say...
Oh, we can't teleport. God damn it. Sorry.
What about... Oh, shoot. No, it's a cat. No, it might work for you.
What?
Your dagger. I don't know if your dagger could help us here. Which is to say, conjure minor elementals. The question is, she's a divine caster, not a...
But the blade is not.
The question is...
How would that even help anyway?
I was just thinking it conjures a zone of elemental power. Would that at least be warm?
Right.
It was just...
I see where you're.
Does everyone here need to benefit from a short rest? Will that help?
Not much for me. I'm pretty much out of the things that I.
We'll figure that out. We could gun it. I could summon Banquo, enlarge him, throw us on Wall of Force, and go.
I can take 2 people on the carpet.
It will cut our travel time. Would it? Okay. Would it actually cut our travel time by flying through it and then just dealing with the cold?
Probably. If
They're
again,
here, check every 10 minutes.
it's here's what I would say. If you're going at that speed, yeah, it's going to definitely improve things. You would still have to be weaving through trees, so it's not like a full tilt 90 foot, but you're faster.
I've got the mounted combatant, so I'll try it. We could go that route.
Does your boon work on while you're riding Banquo?
What the?
The one that makes you go so fast?
No.
God, no.
Listen, I have to ask. I'm more jovial now that I'm no longer Galamoria, so
It's a Pegasus.
I got a thing for you, but I gotta have some time to make it. So I'm just saying, keep it.
So we'll say you kind of like you settle down and you begin.
So the question is, so we've got a half an hour forward.
Mm-hmm.
By foot, we got what? Let's math this.
3.5 hours.
This is a challenge. We got to defeat her.
Yeah. You got a couple hours. I will also say though that those of you with keen senses are beginning to notice tracks, which is the first time you've seen anything like that.
Where are they headed?
It seems to be heading roughly in the direction that you were going. You see a couple of different types of tracks it kind of surrounding the area. As you kind of look around, you can see, because just as you're kind of flying overhead, you start to make these things out of the ground. You see the obvious signs of foot traffic.
Okay.
And you also see in different indentations, implying different passages of time, large wolf tracks, far more recent.
Everywhere I'm able.
They got a wolf track, and there's a cave. Who cares? We can fight them. Yo, wolf.
Let's get meteors on the side of the cave.
Well, if we get to cast ninth level spells, but
Oh, no, I have a...
if they look more recent, I'm feeling like that's fresher. I'll ask you guys, what do you think? Follow the wolf tracks? So maybe we get to, wolf track.
Perhaps I am wondering something.
Can you cast above? Can you summon energy above? Excellent. Since you're divine.
I could make sunlight with this.
Mm-hmm.
Sunlight is warm. Would a sunlight cut through this
I think it would help.
winter storm and just before it gets all that says you know what? Let them come.
Okay.
Ooh.
I like
Really will freeze to death.
Then we can cut the wolves open and
crawl inside.
they smell bad on the outside.
Oh my god.
I like it. I think that seems reasonable. I think it'll still be cold, uncomfortably so, but not deadly cold.
But yes, because we can all walk within the radius of the sunlight.
I mean, I'm not going to say it's as warm as the sun is because you would all immediately fry, but it'll have some heat.
No, we can always stand in this. It just harms people who cannot.
We'll be walking on sunshine.
Gotta get the one for episode.
All right.
At least one.
You wish in my contract.
So yes, I fuddle around because it was hidden before when I was in disguise, and I pull it out and I lift it up, and a giant beam of sunlight cuts through the ice and snow, warming us slightly.
And we follow the track.
Sunny day in winter.
Yeah, it does. It removes the deadly chill to just being an uncomfortable chill, which I think you're able to handle at this point, even dealing with the cold.
And we can still keep the tensor's disc up for
sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So you want to follow the wolf tracks?
Yeah, I think so.
How long have we been in this cold?
Wait, what were the
About a half
options?
There was human tracks, maybe, or wolf tracks. But the human tracks looked older.
But they'd still have to be reasonably reasonable.
With the board.
No. Considering
Either way, we could. You guys want to? Now that we've got some sun, maybe.
Okay. What's the plan?
Maybe we've got some sunlight. Do you want to try the humanoid footprints, or do you want to follow the doggy prints?
Doggy prints could also be
Cave.
Cave. That's okay.
cave. It could also be sometimes doggy, sometimes not doggy.
Yes,
I don't know,
yes,
Derek.
right, yes.
But probably
Werewolves?
don't know. I've never been here before.
The tracks can't be that old if we're able to see them.
Because of the blowing.
Conditions here.
Human
I would say human tracks.
Humans? All right. Well,
Okay. So you begin trudging through the snow, following the tracks as best as you can. And I'm going to say, Melf,
yeah.
your ears perk up after a couple of minutes of sloughing through the snow, as just off in the just at the edge of your vision, your dark vision strains through this blizzard. You can see two beady red eyes and a bit of a toothy jowl, kind of open with fur along its edge. Just
Abominable.
as a wolf the size of a large horse lunges, its fur as black as the moonless night and its eyes as bright red as the crimson sanguineous blood that is struggling to pump through your own veins at this very moment, lunges into sight, goes on its hackles, bares its fangs, and roars as it kind of surveys the area and lunges. Well, we're going to roll
I
initiative.
was going to say, that sounds like a good time to roll initiative.
Oh, we have a DM thing.
Oh, yes.
Nope.
Are you rolling for
We're rolling initiative.
Where's the camera? Here we go. Ready? Okay. Natural 20 for Elise. Oh, for Elminster.
Right?
3 for Elise. 16. Sorry, 3 for Merrick's. 16 for Elise. There's myself, and 16 for Melf. You'll all get my aura of acceleration.
So that's 13 for me.
Okay, 13 for Merrick's,
And I'm out of stuff, so I can't.
Yep, that's
28 for Melf.
28 for Melf,
I get plus 24 for Elise.
24 for Elise,
22 for Mogolt.
22 for Lowholtz, and Elminster. What'd you get?
20 plus your plus, so 28 plus whatever your initiative modifier is.
That's pretty high.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to be first.
Yeah, 33.
34.
Okay, you are not surprised, thanks to the keen skills of Melf's perception. Elminster, what would you like to do at this wolf as it rears back and goes to lunge at your elf companion?
I'll firebolt its eyes.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll. True. Go ahead and make the attack roll.
Meaty.
Attack roll.
Yep, rolling 1d20, adding your spell attack bonus.
Right, 14 plus 20 is 36.
The bolt of fire careens forth from you, slams directly into the wolf, and has no effect.
What? Like, okay, what do you mean no effect? Just washes, like,
Just
no
washes
singeing of the
off.
fur?
No singeing whatsoever.
Is it like just...
It just...
Well, that's not good.
Interesting. I mean, it sounds like I can cast this over and over again.
Right.
Cantrip and change its damage type each time.
So,
but
does it look like maybe the fire had no effect? Because everything has, like, fire and...
the magic slammed into it, the bolt just dissipated on its fur.
Okay.
So anything else, Elminster?
I can do 2 cantrips in one round, but do I want to do that yet?
Try a second damage time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's firebolt another cantrip and go for thunder damage or radiant.
I think radiant.
Radiant or...
Yeah,
necrotic.
Go for it.
Asset.
Okay.
Yeah. Radiant.
20 something.
Okay.
Yeah.
The radiant bolt slams directly into the wolf and washes off with no effect.
Oh, okay. Maybe it just has magic immunity. Anybody allowed to make a check?
I think I would allow that. Yeah. Does anybody want to Want to take a stab at maybe an Arcana?
Arcana? Yeah.
Okay.
I will.
I've got a super good Arcana, but I'm also at the initiative count 3.
Sure.
So, we'll see. I mean, you're the logical one, yeah.
Yeah, no, but I rolled terribly, so go ahead.
Okay, Melf and Elvis, are you both? Well, I guess Melf. Yeah. What you believe you are seeing is it is hitting full force. The damage of the spell is applying directly to this. It's not. The spell isn't being dissipated. The spell isn't being undone or dispelled or countered. It's just not doing any damage.
Like it has some sort of
Immunity.
resistance.
Immunity.
Okay. All right. So immunity to magic. All right.
On a 32 Arcana, again, is the question immunity to the energy types or just immunity to magic itself?
It appears that it's hard to tell. I think your hypothesis could be immunity to spell damage entirely.
Okay. Oh, so okay. Now this brings up the old philosophical argument. If I cast a cloud of daggers that it then runs into, is it immune because it's spell damage, or
There already were less.
I suspect what
it's running? It's running into whirling.
It is Melf's turn.
All right. I will attack it. And I will use the old shocking grasp on there just for the hell of it.
Sure.
And we'll see how it goes. So that's only a 22.
That does hit.
Okay, so 22 hits. And I'm not sure if I should.
I'll help you right now. You throw in the lightning, just washes off of it.
Okay. So does any of the other damage work from the spear?
Just stab with the spear?
Yeah, I stab.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Yeah. So that would be.
Well, actually, here's my question.
Yeah.
The spear of Zegi, yes?
Yeah.
What's the plus on that?
I have it as +3.
Okay, you do 3 damage.
Okay.
What? So you just kind of the wolf just.
Okay. I'll hit it again for 3 more.
So good.
The fact that this is not even what this is about.
I was just yes, let us get our
Okay.
battlefield in place now that we've set the stakes.
All right.
What? Yes, go ahead and put
It's the land of the giant blue hankies. Oh my goodness gracious!
All right.
There's a little snowman there.
Yeah.
Where's everyone?
I think you're all going to kind of be huddled
The
together.
thing is terrible.
So Melf is right in its place.
I'm also blitzing as my bonus action. So
Understood.
Ellie's here. Marcus is in the rear. Nestor's in the barracks. Lord is here. Okay.
The creature will use one of its legendary actions to take a swipe at Melf.
okay.
Legendary actions. Indeed. Is this a Dark Lord?
Could be.
That's
going to be a 23.
That will miss.
Okay, so that does slashes away at you.
Dodge out of the way.
Which then brings us to Elise.
Okay. I pull out hot stuff and I will charge at this little wolfy guy and screaming, "I've seen worse than you!" And I will swing at him. Let's see what happens. I don't know if... You know what? No. I don't want to risk it. Okay, so I will swing at him
Okay.
and try to hit. Does a sorry. Does a 18 hit?
It does. Is it with your axe?
Yes,
Does your axe have any plus bonuses on it?
it does. So here's the thing: it is a regular, but now silvered axe
No,
with.
it's gone away, unfortunately. It only lasts so long.
Oh, okay. It is a regular axe that does slashing damage.
Yes.
That has a plus to it because of all my proficiencies.
Right.
But then it also has hot stuff, which is the extra 2d6.
Right.
Fire.
Flame tongue.
Okay.
So it's technically a flame tongue.
Cool. So your axe directly slams into the wolf's hide to no effect.
I can help you.
Pluses?
Yeah.
It's a flame tongue. Flame tongues don't have pluses.
Oh my god.
But it is the flame tongue was added to it after. It is just a
It
slash.
doesn't have a +1 to it, have a +3 to hit.
I think this thing.
No, it does.
Oh,
It's a +2.
Plus 8 axe?
Yes.
Okay, and then you're slamming for 2 damage.
yep. I just did 3 each strike of mine, so I feel you.
Let's do the math. How many hit points does this thing possibly have?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll do it again.
Sure, yeah.
I'm going to slash at it 3 times. I might as well.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, don't even work on this thing because you don't double the bonuses.
So that's the same. And even more. So 2 more.
Just splatter points.
6 total.
There's still 6.
And then,
Yes. It's 12 points down. Good job.
yeah. I'm dumb. I should have just taken out my plus for the hand axe.
What?
Yeah, then what now?
Plus for the hand axe. Like, wait,
Well, I don't know if Elise has figured out what's going on.
I haven't yet.
Yeah.
It is at least.
You seem to be like just kind of managing to sort of give it little scratches along its side.
Scratchy little puppy. Actually, hello. Nothing.
So are you trying to speak to it?
Yeah. I have an idea.
Mhm.
I'll spark up one more time and make it vulnerable to slashing damage
Okay,
for Back to the Grave.
sure. He does piercing.
I am sorry, but that's what I have done that after the first
I have a
one.
longsword.
I've done it after the first
If
one.
you make it vulnerable, then you deal 4 damage on hit.
Oh my goodness. Well, fine. Take the extra 4 down.
That's good.
Okay. What are we doing?
Goodness.
There's got to be a way out of this.
What else can I do? I don't know. You know what? Well, I am going to use my boon of teleportation and go back 30 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It is going to use another legendary action to swipe at its only target, which is Melf.
No, it's fine.
That is going to be a 28 to hit.
Shield.
Okay.
God.
Which will then take us to Lolt.
Okay, so I've been watching these two hack away at it. And it's just laughing it off. Very minimal damage.
Mhm.
It doesn't even look like it's even phased by these hits.
Mhm.
Does it even like recognize the damage and care? Or is it
I mean, you can definitely tell like it hurt, but it's no different than if I were to just like scratch you with my fingers at this point, right? Like he's taken a total of 16 damage.
And is there anything in my bardic past I can call upon in history, or like to hear about creatures that have immunities to weapons like this? And
There is no way Lowell has heard of anything like this.
okay, so yeah, my world wouldn't have this.
Yes.
Okay, well then I guess I might as well come join the chip war.
Some sense, but it's not my turn yet.
So I'll just weave my sword back and forth and slam it into the snow, and the snow will crack like it's on ice, and then a cog of time will blast up, and I will channel forth my channel divinity and use. Ooh, hold on. I wonder if it probably doesn't know how to deal with chronomancy. I got torpid strike.
It's a spell now.
Yeah, but won't be very high. But I will channel divinity, and I will do. It's a spell now. It's made a spell.
That's right.
Shit. I will use celerity to gain myself the extra attack,
Okay.
and I will rush in. I'm with you, Milf. And let's see what happens. Let's have some fun. Any flanking rolls at all? If I ever get in to flank it, I can move to flank it.
Sure.
What does that give me?
Advantage.
I wasn't really doing anything, but all right. First attack. 30.
Yes.
Thank you, ass. No bother rolling. Everything is a +3.
Then
Slashing.
deal 3 damage.
Slashing.
Does she deal
deal
6
6 damage.
Oh, we're working it up. Second attack. Hits 29. Third attack because of celerity. Does a 25 hit.
It certainly does.
6. I'm not sign of the devil. 12. 18.
Okay.
End of turn.
End of turn? Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
And while I was up close to it, two things. First of all, did I notice anything that it was wearing or anything like that?
It looks like a dire wolf that is as black as the moonless night.
And then, speaking of moonless night, because I had sunlight up, anything happened with that?
Not really.
Just want to make sure.
All right, you watch as a good third of its wounds regenerate.
Wait. All right. Kind of thought.
Well, it's going to now make some attacks.
Okay.
All right.
Cast won't work.
That is going to be a 20 against Melf, which will miss.
Yep.
You have a silver knight.
And that's not going to hit low holds.
Yeah.
+2 silver knight.
And that might. Since my attempt. Is it 23 hit low hold?
It does, except for I will cast shield.
Okay. So, and you just see like these crimson red wolf eyes just
I get it back.
just roll in its dog-like face as it haunches back and just kind of cricks itself as it prepares for what it's.
Rojo leans over to Seamouth. Seamouth is like, "Is this the fight you wanted?"
No. Haunches back, and you kind of just can see this intelligence behind its eyes as if it's just like, here we go. But that does take us to Merrick's.
So first off, I had a 31 on the Arcana check, which I am hoping would answer a question for me, which is, I have Elemental Adept, which negates resistance to fire damage. Do I feel like that's going to make any difference here, or is it magic?
Feel like its immunity is to magic damage, based on the fact that a magic sword barely does anything to it.
That was my conclusion. I just wanted to confirm. So, given that, I did restock basic supplies in my workshop. So let's try something old-fashioned and using essentially Prestidigitation or Firebolt, whichever you care, as the ignition. I want to throw a flask of oil, flaming oil at it.
Okay, go ahead. Give me. Is that an attack roll or is that a saving throw?
I don't even know.
I would consider this alchemist fire. I think it's an attack roll.
I think it's an attack roll. What am I using as my...
Your dexterity. Yes.
Yeah, which, I'm not great at, but it would be a 23.
No, that hits.
Okay.
So the oil splashes onto it, and is this instant ignition oil?
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm like lighting a
Fire ignites as it's on fire. It roars around, but the fire doesn't last very long as the just.
Sure. Did mundane fire appear to cut?
It certainly did. It seemed to take as much damage as you would expect.
Sure. But I mean, that's
go ahead and roll 2d4 for me.
Okay.
Oh, that's
I
interesting.
had something else there.
Yes, that's a good question. So, does acid get acid damage from the spear? Is it acid or is it magic damage?
I would consider that magic.
6.
That is magically conjured. 6. Okay.
That might actually stop the regeneration.
Possibly.
Unfortunately, I don't have enough juice left to make another.
With all of that information, does
weapons.
At least want to make a history check.
I do. I also incorporated in this history check, just from recent history, watching all of it. Do I feel that if I have a mundane weapon with no magic on it whatsoever, no plus, no nothing, if also that will then work because it's completely mundane?
Yeah, go for it. Make me a roll.
That is a very bad check, and so I am going to. I don't want to use it on a history check.
Is it if it's applicable,
Unfortunately, this is really an oasis. Yeah.
Let's see where I am right here. I have something to add 10 to this roll if I need to, but I don't really want to. But right now I have a 9 total.
We need to know what this is.
Okay, I will use it. 19.
Is 19 a success or a failure?
That would be a failure.
I'm going to make it a 27 using my last. Genius.
Okay.
I'm thinking.
While you don't know that much about Vorostokov other than the Aebrynis sort of magical thing, as well as the fact that it's internal winter, you have heard. First of all, you believe this to be a lycanthrope of some sort. You believe like the intelligence, the way it's moving, the kind of the way it's like laughing. You believe this is a lycanthrope. There are sort of nightmarish stories among the Vistani where they talk of horrific, specific lycanthropes. This isn't a normal type of lycanthrope that is said to wander the blizzards of the far off domains. And it is said that when it walks as a wolf, it is nigh impossible to slay. But if it were walking as a man, it would be as easy to kill as a mortal.
Right.
Shape change.
Right.
Moonbeam.
That's why I said, do you have it? And you said you don't think you can cast it.
I don't have Moonbeam. Bards and paladins don't have them anymore. It's a druid spell, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
outside have done a great job dehomogenizing spellcasting.
outside of that, you would have to find if you could find a way to convince or somehow make it so that he would need to turn into a human, you might be able to fight this for sure.
No, I can't druid.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're just hanging back because somebody else is doing something, right?
Yes.
And so, hey, Merix, do you have that amulet still that you removed from Harkon?
The wolf tooth.
Can you do a reverse switcheroo?
We could try it.
Reverse its power and take in...
It's as good as anything.
Yeah.
We'll get to that when it's my turn. It's a ridiculous concept, but it just might work.
I am full of ridiculous concepts.
Here's the deal. Do you want to keep wailing on this guy, or do you want to let Marys do his thing?
Well, I was going to try to stab him with the Rex blade and see what happens.
Yeah, that's fun.
Okay.
And I was going to just try to hit him with...
Sure, I'll fly in, attack him twice with my +2 silver-plated dagger.
Sure.
Hit him twice for 6 points.
It's a silver-bladed dagger.
It's +2 silver blade.
And silver doesn't seem to make much of a difference.
Well, and also keep close, because if this works, we're still just going to be turning him into a person who's going to have to be desperate.
Can I just try to hit him with my warhammer? Mundane.
That does nothing. Just
Okay.
So, in other words,
One roll is 26, and the other roll is 19.
okay. So that's 2 hits of 2.
Okay, 2 hits of 2. And then I use my boon to, tell
Yeah, to get out of here.
and then it flies.
Okay, so you
up out of his reach.
at least hits him with the warhammer. That doesn't seem to do anything.
Okay. I'm really just distracting him.
Lowholt, do you have a plan?
Okay. So what do I get with Melf in advantage right now? Do I get advantage on the attack?
Get advantage on the attack.
Oh, it's going to suck. So I will pull out the piece of the cloth that I have wrapped in the dagger, quickly unveil it, and I grab hold of the relic.
Constitution saving throw, please.
I get advantage on this, right?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Pair of 8s.
Why did you wrap your hand in the fabric?
That's not how it works.
Slash 15, you accept though.
No,
Sorry.
23. 23.
I think that'll do it. It hurt as all your joints begin to ache and cold that you've been feeling up this point. Yeah.
Would I have disadvantage on this?
I would say so, yes.
Okay, well, the advantage will come from him. So
Yes, so it'll be.
I will attack 3 times then. Wow. That's with the dagger. 8. That's an 11. 17. 17.
That hits.
Wow. Okay. This is the 15 hit.
No.
Okay, so I hit once out of the 3.
Yeah.
Because it was hit, miss, natural 1.
Yeah.
So I hit it with the dagger.
I mean, I'll be honest. He doesn't really rely on his armor class all that much.
No. I'm hitting him for 5 Reddick.
You do indeed hit him for 5.
And he must make a Constitution saving throw, please.
He does succeed the con save, but boy, he does not look very happy about that as it kind of just the wolf rears back and kind of starts to scramble around in the snow as blood begins to pour out of its body.
And you see the glowing green blade. Oh, shit. Ralph! Do you want this?
The wolf abouts face and runs, heading towards the direction of the human tracks.
Run after it.
Are we going after it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You chase after the wolf, barreling after it. You can just make it up ahead as you move at a really good speed. It's kind of slowed down and stumbling and weakening as if it's actually feeling fear for the first time in its very long life.
I assume we can follow the blood trail.
Very easy so to do. You weave your way through the trees, and up ahead you see a settlement. It appears to be a lodge with kind of steam kind of pouring out the side that freezes and comes along the side. It's covered in ice on outside, and you see the blood trails and the paw prints run forward into this building where you see the paw prints move to human prints before entering into the building.
Run in the door. If it's locked, kick it in.
It's not. You open the door to what is effectively just a wall of heat that assaults you immediately as you see if you've walked into a steam house or some sort of
Sweat lodge.
Sweat lodge. It's literally a sweat lodge. You see men, women, and all other types of folk naked, just enjoying themselves. They're
All right.
feasting on meat and grape and mostly meat actually. Yeah, meat and like some roots and nuts,
Meat
but
and beer?
mostly meat and a little bit of drink and libations as they're just kind of like running around. The only person in the whole building that you immediately clock is kind of just like he's kind of limping a little bit, wearing a black wolf pelt as a sash around his body, is a tall, muscular man with a sort of a bowl-cut black hair with a goatee coming down. And he has disrobed, but he is kind of just leaning a little, like kind of favoring his side a little bit. And you see many of the folk like kind of coming up and shaking his hand and kind of saluting and clapping him on the back. He's like, oh, haha. As you enter, you kind of see him like kind of shuffle a little bit over to the back. You see some of the people...
Hold knave.
And the crowd kind of looks and stops and says, "Newcomers, welcome, welcome. You know Sir Gregor. He is the blooded who has saved us from the eternal winter. Come, feast." And he grabs a rather interestingly shaped drumstick and points it towards you. "He has brought us food from the depths of the wintry wilds.
We need to speak with him if you don't mind.
All are welcome in the sweat lodge, but you must disrobe, leave your arms and armor at the door.
Not a chance.
Bullshit.
Then you may not enter, I'm afraid. It is the custom."
How big is this place?
It's a decent size. It's like 30.
Well, let's try and talk to him at least.
We don't need any trouble. We don't want to disturb them. We don't need anything from them.
You need not be naked, but it is a sign of respect and of camaraderie. And please, close the door. You're letting all the heat out.
Close the door. Yeah, we'll close the door. Yeah. So as we're closing the door, we'll be like closing it. You'll see that he's got the dagger wrapped up again. You visibly see that he's a little shook now. He just used Rennick steel, and that doesn't settle with him at all. He's like,
All right. That meat looks like human meat, right?
Oh, 100% yes.
All right.
shit.
Do I feel like I can cast spells inside this building higher than third level if I try to gather?
You feel like it's the entire dread domain.
Yeah,
that's
it's
supposed to have this. Yeah.
All right.
Boy, well plays fireball with all these humans.
Exactly what I'm going to do.
Unfortunately, I could do one from my my thunderbolt, but I used it all on one.
A toast to the blooded.
All right, I'm going to whisper in my. I'm going to whisper in the tattoo and be like, I'm going to firebolt this guy since he's in human form.
Mm-hmm.
Any objections?
Not at all.
All right.
We need some safe passage with just.
I will have to spend.
We just need safe passage with warm clothes to get to the nest. That's all we need.
Remember the quest.
But I really want to kill him.
I know you do.
No. You do not. We want to
You
become
do
his
it your
replacement.
way.
Wait,
He's a little out here.
Ralph, we don't know if he's the blood lord or not, or the dark lord of this place or not. If you kill him, you've got two on your mark now. We don't want this.
Yeah, you don't want to become his replacement. It's too cold here.
We all know you could have taken him out.
I mean, yeah, you get like naked people in a sting bath, but
Besides,
Eat and drink your fill.
if we all
I will come in, but I will.
if we all get naked in this bath, it'd be a whole new story for us all to tell.
The rest of these people know I can kill, yes?
I'm considering if there's some way I could pull out a seamy.
That would
I'm going to do it. I have to burn a higher level slot, and I have to take some damage to do it. So you see,
What are you gonna do? Make us look naked?
yeah,
Could you make us all showers, not growers?
yeah. Well, I got you covered. So yeah, I will take some damage, which I'd actually lowers my hit point maximum. So you see, I'm basically drawing on my own life force to shift a few things, and then look, we're all naked.
Get naked.
No, there's a spell.
A mage. No, of course you're not blooded like Sir Gregor is.
Yes. No. I mean, I just yeah.
Come, eat. And he holds out a interesting looking drumstick.
No, so full. We just had a feast just outside. We were.
What did you say this was, Gregor? Elk. Ah, yes. Come, have the elk. It's delightful.
Don't have drumstick.
Okay. Hold on a second. Quick insight check. Do I think he believes that this is elk and that's like a 26?
He does.
They don't know.
Yeah. So you can't be frying.
Wait, they don't know what?
They may not all.
They're can't.
Everything they don't know.
They don't know they're part of the Donner Party.
So they might not be werewolves.
Oh, because
Man, if you have a sense or something you can do here,
I
can
can't.
divine set. Wait, werewolves? I can't.
They're monstrosities.
I can't sound familiar.
Sir Gregor,
What I can do is to.
my old friend.
Of course.
I would have words with you, good sir.
Perhaps you may.
No, perhaps you may come here now.
I'm gonna cast Detect Evil and Good. Survey the realm. And let's see if I get the spell back or not.
Well, so, funny thing.
Oh God. I lose it.
You detect chaos and law.
Oh shit! That's right. You can do that now.
No, that's just how Ravenloft works.
Oh,
No alignment detection for you, sir.
well.
So bad there's chaos.
Chaos and law
Chaos and law.
in the room.
Yes.
Just all of them mixed.
Yes.
Gregor.
Chaos.
So,
And you know what? I'll give you this. A hint of celestial.
Because he's the blooded.
Okay, now we'll divine sense.
Yeah, just that hint of
Oh,
celestial.
well,
yeah,
did divine sense then?
yeah.
No, because you already-
you get it.
no.
You get it all at the same time. Yeah, you get it through the casting.
so
Just that hint of celestial. So yeah, you would know he probably is blooded.
yes, you're going to be blooded a lot further, Gregor, unless we come to some arrangement.
I'd love you to blow with.
I would love to see you attack me here, surrounded by my people.
I would love to as well. I can slay them. Will take me a long time, apparently. But I have no doubt. You can't touch me.
So all I hear is. We kill Billis.
All I see is the threads of dark needles.
How big is this lodge?
I'd say it's approximately like 30 by 40 or 50, so it's a good size.
So
Damn, they're in.
all of these people, perhaps innocent that we don't know, are out in the lodge, and we're in the kind of the front area,
Yes.
alone-ish.
Well, he's still in like the lodge, kind of talking to you from like across the doorway at this point.
I think Great Flood will deny ability
Because
for eating humans.
this,
so.
I would like to try something. I'm
Fireball.
almost out of spell slots, but you know what? This is what's going.
I can distract them if you want.
No, I want to put up spirit guardians.
Do it.
You see, the smoke comes around me. I want to protect us from being attacked by these people.
They're hostile right now, are they?
Not yet.
Oh, don't match on his style.
Come enemies, they won't be hurt.
I am not deselecting them.
Oh wait.
I am guarding us in a circle round.
So right now they're not hostile, but if they become hostile, they start getting hurt.
They would, yes.
If they come into the area and I say stay back, which I will,
That's brilliant.
you come towards us, you will get hurt. As the misty wolves start to circle all of us, and that is up. Yes?
All right.
It does work as it is divine magic.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
And then,
Edward's there. You probably want us gone. We want to leave.
Right.
This might be a great moment for a certain zone that
I'm thinking about it.
good at, dude. Because I don't think he's been
I will not tell the truth. I'd really like to kill you, but my friends want me not to do that.
Very well. I wish for my people to survive. So, what can I do to ensure that?
We'd like to get out of here, so probably warm clothes or some sort of passage there and an ability to travel through the mist.
Is this your realm?
Yes, indeed. Vorostokov is mine. I am its lord.
Then you have the ability to do more than just the clothing that Melf has asked for. You have the ability to get us out of here, correct?
You carry a strange weapon with you, sir. I do not enjoy what it can do. I do not want it here in my realm. I do not want the peace disturbed or my people to know what is going on beyond their walls. I think it makes sense to allow you to leave. I will lower the borders of the mists, and you may go freely.
We will deign to leave you without slaying you, because they are merciful. I think that is a better way to phrase it.
Do not mistake me, elf.
Just what? It's the highest level of compliment from Prince Biteflint himself. Please, we'll be good.
No, that I am not letting you go because I am afraid you will kill me. I merely do so because I know you will not refrain from slaughtering my countrymen.
Six and one, half dozen the other.
Before you anger him anymore.
Can you calm the storms? And storms are eternal. They hound my people, and I must do what I can to protect and help them survive.
Very well. That I respect.
Is it possible? Because I do not know that when you lower the mist, you allow us to pass through. Do you have any control of where we can go?
You do, though.
Out of character, I thought I can only go to...
You can go anywhere you like from any mist border.
Oh, I thought it was just back to...
Any mist border, you can go where you
go
like.
Another. Oh, so I can choose to
You can just go to Tovag if you want. Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. That's all we wanted then. Thank you very much for your grace and hospitality, and carry on. Enjoy your elk. We hope to never see you again. Goodbye.
The feeling is mutual.
Yes. Will I ever return? I'll find a way to kill you.
I'm sure you would like to try.
Lowell Scott Melf's arm. He's like, let's go, Melf. Let's go, buddy. It's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it.
You see him kind of like he kind of like grins a bit, and he touches his pelt as his incisors just grow a little bit. He's like,
Nice bathhouse you got here. I mean,
honestly, this elf isn't that bad.
and as you exit into the frosty blizzard and head towards the borders of the mists, we shall enter Tovag in our next session.